All right, so I've had a few people ask kind of what we do about pottying, how we kind of train them. Do we start housebreaking them? Do we put them outside? Kind of what we do. So I figured now the puppies are out on the front porch enjoying the sunshine, fresh air, playing. So I thought this might be a good time while they're not in here to kind of show you guys what we use. So we use a potty tray. As you can see, it's the bottom to like a rabbit cage, I guess. It's not super tall, but then we have this grate that sits on top of it, and we have it attached over there, so it works kind of like a hinge. But then we put a pad in the bottom, and then we use the bag is upside down, but we use it's alfalfa pellets. It's actually horse feed, livestock feed, but because it is a pelletized grass, it has the scent of grass, so this kind of attracts. It helps to kind of attract the puppies to the potty pan, so it doesn't take a lot. Because it is just strictly for a scent to attract them to use this. So when we start them out doing this when they're about 3 to 4 weeks old. It's kind of when we start puppy mush. We start them out in a small, it's a smaller area than what they're currently in. We start them out kind of in like an area about half this size. So basically we put this potty pan in here. And when we clean it, which I just cleaned it, we do leave a little bit. You can see a little bit of like kind of poop on there. It's just so that way they're attracted to come back to right here, because that's where they go. They go back to where they've been. So anyway, we put them in a pen that's about half the size of what they're currently in. And so on one end, we have the potty pan, and on the other end is where they sleep and where they eat. And so by giving them such a smaller space, when we first start them with this, when they get up and they eat, they don't want to potty. That's just kind of a puppy's natural instinct. They don't like to potty where they sleep or where they eat. So they automatically just kind of start going to this potty pan just out of necessity, because it's furthest from where they're going to be eating and sleeping. So we start them with that. Then once they are getting the hang of it and we're not seeing really accidents in any other area, then we will expand them to the bigger area, which is what they're in now. This is, I believe, like a 6 by 6 or something like that. But this is the area that they're in, and they'll stay in until they go home. And so they will continue to go back to the potty pan over here, because this is what they've been trained to. We have found that by putting the alfalfa pellets in there, because it is grass, that has helped with puppies that have gone home with the transitioning to pottying outside. We do have the grate over it, because we did not used to put a grate over it. It was just the alfalfa pellets in here, and they made an absolute mess with it. They would dig in it. They would try to eat it. And the alfalfa, when it gets wet, it kind of turns to like this, it gets dusty. So we learned from watching another breeder, put the grates over it, and that stops them from being able to actually get to the pad or to the alfalfa pellets. And so that cut out a lot of the mess. So like I said, we've had a lot of people have asked questions about kind of how we do our potty pans, and what exactly does that look like, because they may have never heard of that. You do not have to continue this on if you get a puppy from us. Like, we have had a couple of people that have utilized this in the very beginning, and have had success with it. Most people just kind of start transitioning them to either using a pad or to going outside. So like I said, you do not have to do this once your puppy goes home. This is just what we do here. All right, well, we'll see you guys on the next one.